Hey, Carl Killo here. It's April the 10th, 2018. And today we're going to talk a little bit what's going to start to sound like uh, more of what you hate, the Stormy Daniels President Trump affair. Apparently, there's been some raids conducted on President Trump's lawyer's office, home, and hotel room trying to find records to say yay or nay whether Trump actually paid these women. And the reason why it's actually something that the government is getting involved in investigating is because uh, there's a chance that Trump's lawyer would have Michael Cohen, Trump's lawyer Michael Cohen might have paid off these women to be quiet during the president's campaign with campaign funds. That's the message I keep reading over and over again. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. If you're a lawyer, surely you're not that stupid, especially if you're Trump's lawyer. Right? Would he make such an idiotic mistake as to pay off these women using campaign funds? And even if he did, who funded Trump's campaign? Trump did. So I'm really not seeing the issue here. All right, well, let's take a quick look at it. All right, let's see, this is Karen McDougal here, and then Stormy Daniels on the right, and these are the two women that Trump supposedly had affairs with, not at the same time, and then paid off to be quiet during the campaign. So the title of this is a New York Times article dated April the 10th. Raid on Trump's lawyers sought records of payments to women. All right, so FBI agents raided the office of President Trump's personal lawyer on Monday. We're looking for records of payments to two women. The search was carried out by the Public Corruption Unit. I find that really fascinating. The Public Corruption Unit of the Manhattan Federal Attorney's Office to look for information about Karen McDougal and Stormy Daniels. That's pretty much the gist of all that. We're going to get into the fact that there's a public corruption unit, maybe towards the end. The way we spend our tax dollars. Okay, well, so there's the gist of the story, and who knows where it's going to go. But here's the things that I think most people aren't going to stop and think about. Well, one, both these women were trading their beauty for money, straight up. And Trump has always been a rich and powerful man, and there's always been beautiful women around him chasing him down, and he chases them down, and well, welcome to the world of the rich and famous. Like this is any surprise to anyone. But let's pretend that you're Stormy Daniels. Okay, well, Stormy makes a living doing pornography. Yeah. And so she's got tons of movies out there. The internet is loaded with pictures. You can find them yourself. But, okay, so she got paid, literally got paid money to have sex on camera. Then she gets a chance to hook up with one of the most rich and powerful men in the world. And she can get paid for that, too. Just for hanging out with Trump. Then she gets paid for not hanging out with Trump or saying anything about him. In 2016, when she took the payment of $130,000, she really collected. Yeah, so now we've got money for making pornos. We got money for, well, God knows how much money Trump spent on her when they were going out and having sex. And then 3, we've got getting paid to go away. And then 4, she's getting paid by news agencies now for her story. And now, because she's famous and in the news again, Everybody's buying her videos. They're streaming them. It just couldn't get any more profitable for this woman. It really couldn't. I mean, hey, more power to you, but I guess we shouldn't be surprised. All right. Now, I mean, this is all kind of slimy, and it almost seems like more of a side story to me. Well, they just keep on poking at Trump for whatever reason. I mean, what are they going to find that they haven't already found on every other political figure or rich and powerful man? But now we're distracted with the story, and do you remember? Do you remember this? This was back in November of 2017. Here's a picture of John Conyers, and Conyers was apparently uh, a notorious sexual harasser in his congressional office. And it came out that there was, a nice little hush fund. This is a list of the money that Congress has spent, your money, each year to pay off people who have brought sexual harassment claims against someone in public office in the Senate, in Congress. Trump paid money, his own money. Congressmen get to pay with yours. That makes sleeping around doing any of that nasty, sleazy stuff right. Just that add an extra layer of, or what? So, all this money being funneled from your tax dollars just so that someone's sexual harassment lawsuit can be paid off. And that's not the big story. There's a bill in Congress for it right now. It's just sitting around stalled, I think. But I want to call attention to this little chart here. This is federal agencies by number of lawsuit settlements. So the government having to defend itself from other entities, usually citizens, Social Security, and the Department of Veterans Affairs, big ones. I mean, 13,000 cases for Social Security. Departments of Veterans Affairs, since 2007. And these are the ones that have been settled. Department of Veterans Affairs, almost 8,000. The Army, almost 8,000. The Navy, about 5,600. The IRS, yeah, imagine that, about 4,000. And all of this, anytime the government has to defend itself or go to court, it spends your money on legal fees, hiring people, and then usually paying off. It's a good business to sue the government. As long as you've got a case and it's not too huge, a lot easier to pay you off, make you go away. After all, you're just using tax dollars, so who cares? Sickening. Well, I think that's about it. Don't get distracted. Stop and think about the story a little bit. And then get more angry when people who are obviously stealing your money and using it for nefarious deeds. It's time for us to do something